What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Blue Ball. I know this is a different intro. My co-host isn't here, but I am joined by three former UK greats: Jojo Kemp, Badet, and Garrett Johnson. So this should be a banger. How y'all doing today?
Doing good, man.
Solid, man. Blessed. The word I can use.
I know it wasn't the outcome we wanted in the game today, but we don't have to delve into that.
Yeah, it was a long one.
We'll talk about some other things.
I mean, it's not much to talk about for real.
Yeah, we can talk about y'all's time at UK and how you got led there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I was more so talking about the UK versus U of L game. You know.
Yeah,
that was.
It got ugly quick, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Man.
I actually picked us to win 31-20, but.
Yeah, I was about to say, I had 23-17.
I thought we'd be able to run the ball on them. I thought Jamarian Wilcox would do something.
Exactly.
And it seems like after, they ripped that ball out on the first possession.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just momentum just died.
Yeah.
It's cold out there. Them boys done got cold.
Oh, yeah, it was freezing.
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
You can't start a game like that with a turnover.
Yeah, no, especially when one of your points is to win the turnover battle.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But, anyways, let's get off of that subject because we're not here to talk about that. I'm so glad to have you all on.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all reaching out.
You all are our first guests.
Oh, it's awesome.
And
it's an honor. It's an honor, man.
Oh, it's an honor for us.
It's an honor for us, man.
Huge.
You guys doing the big. You guys doing the big here. Nice setup.
Y'all started off big.
Hey, we're trying. We're trying to take this thing to the moon.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, how y'all want to take this thing?
No, it don't matter, man. We here for you, man. We here for you.
I know you probably got some questions. I'm hoping you had questions.
I definitely got some questions.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Let's have it, make it authentic. You know what I'm saying? Ask away.
Definitely got like moments and
for
things
sure. Ask all that.
You
know what I'm saying? We want to go down memory lane. So
let's start it off like this. What led you all to UK?
I'll let these guys go first. since I was the trailblazer,
I remember Blake McLean was the one that put me and JoJo on the UK because I remember me, JoJo, and Blake, we was committed to USF, so we wanted to go to South Florida, but then something ended up happening in the season where like the whole coaching staff got fired. They took like a bad loss. Everybody got fired.
I actually remember
Skip Holtz was the head coach. And then JoJo decommitted first, and it was like a domino effect. Hey, JoJo decommitted first, hey, that was funny. But yeah, and then like Blake got into Kentucky, and I remember him saying Kentucky, and then like I grew up a Florida fan, so when I heard Kentucky, I'm just like, man, Kentucky. I'm like, nah, I ain't going to no Kentucky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was a Florida fan. I used to beat up on Kentucky all the time.
Yep.
But yeah.
Trust me, I lived through all of that.
Yeah, so I was just like, and then, I don't know, it's kind of weird how I got my offer. I got my offer through Kentucky from like track first. So I got a track scholarship first.
We ran things like that for a while, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But like Raymond Sanders.
Right.
Track dude. Like so many track dudes.
Probably, yeah, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I remember telling.
That was a thing?
Oh yeah. We loved having track dudes playing football.
And that's crazy because when I got here, they ain't even let me run track though. So that was Coach Stoops ain't let us run track when I got here though. Like I told him it was like a deal where like I was gonna do track and football, but when he came in, he was just like, the whole changing the program and stuff. It was just like you gotta just focus on that. I ain't had no problem with it because I told when I got the track scholarship, I was just like I'm a football player first, so. Y'all get me, it's gonna be for football.
Yeah, we needed you out there running routes and catching touchdowns for us, But
your end arounds, man,
well, blazing.
Yeah,
like coming out of blocks.
Some of my favorite plays ever.
Oh, that's real.
Just get you in open space and it's like
let him do his thing.
There's no telling what will happen.
That's real.
But yeah, it was more so like for me. It was more so coming somewhere where where we can, make a difference and be remembered, going to a place. And then, why not Kentucky? It was a place where, we was on the rise, and then we in the SEC, you can come and play right now and then, give Kentucky something that they haven't experienced in a long time.
Definitely did
So
that.
it was that mindset, good old Lexington, and I feel like we did just that.
You did.
We didn't have a good season this year. It wasn't what it planned out to be, but I mean, you can still see the culture change and how it shifted to just being a state just centered around Kentucky basketball. Now it's about,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? Now it's about
you three
Kentucky.
sitting here are a huge part of the foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
That built
and then
this
that's
program.
something exactly, and that's something that we manifested and wanted to do.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about. We literally talked about it amongst ourselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
what we wanted to do.
And I have been laced it up in almost 10 years over in Kentucky, and I mean, I still get people all the time, thank you for what you've done, and hey Jojo, I'm like, it's an honor,
Absolutely,
it's an honor.
and we're so thankful for it.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I'm thankful
We
for
have
you all.
had such a bad football team for
Yeah.
so many years.
Exactly. But I mean, you see where we at now, and I still think Coach Stu's doing a hell of a job. I mean, it was just this year didn't turn out as planned, but I feel like this off season, we
I think he'll
get
turn
back
it
to the
around.
drawing boards, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll turn it around.
Yeah, turn it around again.
I've heard
We've been here before.
I've heard about some things in place where they're going to secure some more money.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that's right.
So you got inside scoop, huh?
What you got? What
yeah,
you
just a
got?
little bit.
I got some inside scoop.
Well, y'all familiar with Eddie Grand, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're very familiar with Grant.
He's
Don't spill your secrets now. Everybody watching.
no,
you
this is known.
I'll just keep
I
saying.
don't have that type of scoop.
You know what I mean?
But he is the, I guess, head of the NIL department.
Okay.
That's what we need to be talking to, sound like.
And apparently they have secured some stuff from companies, not fans, worth up to like $2 million a year
Oh, okay.
to go get
Some more players.
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 And it's
Talent.
like, we're going to have our fan donations.
Right,
It'll be there.
Yeah.
But that number changes year to year.
Right.
But when you have a deal with a company and a pledged number, that number don't change.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting that extra money, that set amount every year.
Right. It ain't about the logo on the helmet no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, ain't about to stick on her.
Yeah. Playing for the individual now.
Right. Well, I mean, there's some,
It's a different era.
It's a different era, a different generation.
totally
Yeah,
different.
you
know
I
what
mean,
I'm
you got to
saying?
think there's some schools out here. They're spending $5 million on a defense alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
didn't they lose today?
Right. That same team, that defense
Yeah.
worth 5 M's.
exactly.
You
Right.
still got to buy in.
Right. You still right. You still got to put the work in.
Oh, yeah.
Still
Oh, yeah.
got to put the work
You get the
in.
talent, but you still got to buy
You
in.
can get that check, but you still got to
That's
work.
right.
Still got to work. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you get fined.
Or you
pick
get
your
fined.
poison. Or you get fined.
Literally.
It's a business.
Literally.
Yeah. No, it is
You get fined.
100%.
It's a business.
Well, and it's going to become even more of a business when these schools have to start playing.
Exactly.
Because starting, I believe, next year, $20 million of every single school's revenue has to be split
Yes.
Amongst the student athletes.
amongst the
Yeah.
student athletes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Each school 20 M's. Now.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, and
Yeah,
then
20
not to
M's.
mention
And then that's for all sports, right?
all sports.
But that 20 M, maybe 15 of that is basketball and football.
You're probably right about that.
Yeah.
Because we generate the most
Yeah,
money.
you know what I'm saying? 15 of that probably
Yeah,
going basketball,
football.
football.
Football by far generates the most
The
money.
most.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. You paying
And
more
that's
players.
because it's a shared revenue among the league.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But
So, no, go ahead, finish.
no school, period, of a Power 4 school team is going to have money over the next 2 to 3 years where they're having this NIL back payment.
Yes.
Yep. We waiting on that.
Yeah, I know. I bet you are.
He said, I bet you
Trust me, we
are.
waiting on- it's on the way. It's on the way. But you know what? Like 2.8 billion settlement. Something
think-
crazy.
I think it might even be more than that. I think it's like $40 million per school.
Yeah.
Settled. Let's get it settled.
Yeah.
Let's get it settled.
Right.
We still after that NIL.
And then you got the other $20 million they're gonna have to start paying
We are now, yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, those schools are gonna have any money for a little while.
Yeah.
So we've got to start, banking on these collectives and getting deals with companies and whatnot. It also helps our players,
Right.
Exactly.
Let them get some branding and let the fans know who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yes.
It is.
But they also have to. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was gonna say they also gonna have to show it on the field also.
Exactly.
No,
That's the main.
absolutely.
That's gonna be the
You
main
got-
thing.
That's the
Like,
main thing.
What's gonna
Seem to
happen
forget,
when
though.
you give these players all this money, these millions of dollars, and they don't produce on the field? Do you get your money back? Is it a
Right.
refund,
Right.
or you think we should petition for a refund?
It's hard to say.
Is that coming out of the taxpayers' dollars? Because man,
Not to-
we
It's
paying
almost-
taxes now, so
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'm trying to see who
they looking at-
paying his
I
money.
mean, they looking at. They got so much. They got so much money. They looking at it like they'll eat that L.
Not to
Right.
They'll eat that L. Like they're like, we'll take that loss.
I'm not a person to call somebody out by name, but there was a transfer we got in this last cycle.
Yeah,
Supposedly got $1 million.
yeah, for sure. But I think fans can put in towards the NIL as well.
They can.
Yeah.
They can.
So what I'm saying is, if we putting in, because I bleed blue, and I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna disclose if I'm putting in on the NIL, but I really care about my football team.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm asking, if we putting in this NIL and the players doesn't produce, do we get some type of refund check or?
No, you
No
gotta
You know what I
shot.
mean?
No shot. That money's spent.
that big go.
Man, well, we need to do something about that. Nobody's not talking about refunding any payments because, people been putting a lot of money in this NIL deal, and I don't think we got our money's worth. This is a business now.
Oh, it is.
This is a
100%.
business now.
College athletics is.
Yeah, it's a big.
It's like
Been a business.
So what about the
low.
fans?
It's
Been a-
low tier
been a
NFL.
business.
So what about the fans? What about us? Because we're
I know.
fans now.
I know, right? But I heard we
So you
got.
don't care? They can just spend your money and not get anything in return?
Oh, I do care.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I think we need to put our foot down on that.
I agree.
Let's go get our money back.
It'd be nice to get a refund.
Let's go march down there and go get our money back.
I mean, we
That's
can
what we
drive
need
back
to
up
do.
there. Let's go.
Let's go. Because they wasting our time too. Money is time. Time is money.
Like I said, I don't want to call a player out by name because I don't do that.
Well, if we paying players, I think we should be allowed to. Because it's
Okay.
a business now.
Well, if y'all are cool with it, I'll do it then.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Chip Trainer.
I can't even tell you who that is. And I
My
don't even-
point.
I don't-
He got $1 million. And before today, he had 4 carries.
What's
Okay.
the what number?
Number 4, I believe, running back. He, in all fairness, he
Oh,
had
yeah,
been-
that's the one that came from Ohio State.
yeah. In all
Yeah.
fairness, he had been hurt,
Okay.
but he got $1 million.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you know a difference between hurt and injured? Was he injured or was he hurt?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So what's going? What,
I mean,
what are they saying about
he
it?
technically,
Nobody knows.
they said in fall camp, broken hand.
Okay.
So that's like truly hurt.
Okay, so hold on. You can't put a cast around the hand and still get in there?
That's what I said.
You never seen anybody do that?
That's what I said. I've seen it a million times.
Okay. I was just asking.
That's what I'm getting at. But up until today, 4 carries, $1 million.
Okay.
You're telling me he's worth $250,000 a carry?
Hey.
I mean,
Hey.
That's-
I like how you did that. But
That's facts.
sometimes, we were just talking about that. You can't really be watching the next guy's pockets, That's his business model. That was what he was able to, come up out of that 4 carries,
right.
250,000. So it's like one of those things where you can't, don't hate
Yeah,
the player, hate the game,
Yeah, it's bad. It's definitely bad luck.
Yeah.
But there's also a chance he's back here next year.
Yeah.
So I think
But-
he's got 1 year of eligibility left.
But if I'm continuing to put money in this NIL, I think I deserve some type of refund out of that $1 million that we gave him.
Yeah, at least for this year.
Yeah. At least something.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
Something.
I don't know.
So
I don't know. I look at. I don't know. I look at it as like. I don't know. I look at it as like it was just a bad investment.
Yeah, that's how I see
You
it.
feel me?
I
You
was gonna
invest.
say, so
You invested in this. It just ain't turning out what you thought it would. You got to eat that L and invest in something better.
Well, that's the
Okay.
gamble you take with
Yeah,
the
it's
portal.
literally
It's a
gambling.
gamble.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
gambling. You literally just gambling.
The
Like you
portal.
say, it's either it goes from you believing in the program. You know what I'm saying? It comes from that. You know what I'm saying? Being a fan and believing in the program, and like you said, investing. You like thinking this player is good, but if it don't work out that way,
I mean,
gotta-
don't
you
get
gotta
me
eat that
wrong.
bill.
I am ride or die with this program.
Okay.
All sports. But
So
I'm like you. It's like this year sucked.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
It was bad.
it ain't been like that since our freshman year. We didn't have a season like this since 2013.
Yeah. And I think you all even did better.
Nah,
No,
went 2010.
not 2013. 2013
We
we
went
went
2010.
Didn't you all at least win 5 games?
Oh yeah,
that was the next year.
That's the
that was
following.
the
Okay.
following year. So from that year, we've been winning 5 games and on. That's why I
Garrett-
said this year was.
This is the first
Yeah,
time
yeah,
in
this
8
is the
years
first time
we haven't been to
yeah.
a bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that first in
Yeah.
8 years, exactly.
Yeah.
Garrett never lost less than 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you been here.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
never
I
lost
believe that.
less than 5 games.
Never less than 500.
Yeah,
That's an incredible stat, by
That's
the way.
That's a good stat.
that's UK. That's changing the program around.
Yeah, like I said, you all are
You know what I'm saying?
3 key pieces
Yeah.
that built the foundation for where we were at until this season.
Yes, for sure.
It definitely fell off a cliff, but let's not go there. You didn't get to tell your story about how you got here.
Yeah, man. So couple different pieces. One, I guess starting off, I always wanted to play SEC.
Right?
Like Jeff said, growing up in Florida, Florida was the dream school. So I wanted to be a Gator. And then you all know the story. I didn't get the Florida offer. Joker Phillips, he came to my practice and he told me I was too small and I wasn't fast enough to play in the SEC.
That's Joker.
So I didn't get the offer. I didn't get the offer, but I knew I wanted to play. I mean, Kentucky, that was my SEC offer. So I already knew. I knew I wanted to go at him then. But then I had my boys here, Jojo, Jeff, and Blake McLean. We were all on the same 7-on-7 team. Back in
All
high
4
school.
of y'all were
We were all on the
Florida
same
guys, right?
7-on-7 team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm a year behind these guys. So they were already up here at Kentucky. So, I'm talking to them, getting the inside scoop and that, and everything. So I come up for the visit. I knew I was coming, and I loved it from the time that I came, from the experience, the campus. I knew I wanted to come, and then with these guys here, it solidified it. Once I came up here, the rest was history.
That's
The
awesome.
rest was history. Yeah.
I can't believe Joker told you that.
Yeah. Oh, and then to finish that story, 3 years later, Muschamp, which I got major respect for now, he apologized to me. He tapped me after the game, after the Auburn, we lost.
Mhm.
But he told me, Garrett, I'm a dumbass for not offering you
That's
when I was
awesome.
at the University of Florida. And shook my hand, and that was a major salute, a big moment in my career.
Well, like they say, sometimes you make a bad move and it comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Sounds like that for Will Muschamp.
Yeah.
Hit it.
I know we're
Yeah.
thankful to have you.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of those things. Muschamp, bad investment.
That investment.
Yeah.
What Jeff said.
Bad investment.
Bad investment.
No
Bad
kidding.
investment. Bad investment.
But yeah, man.
It all happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over here.
Yeah. So what are some of y'all's favorite memories? It don't even have to be football related, but like just the culture, being on campus. What are
Man,
your...
it's I don't know.
It's a lot.
I'm about to say, it's funny because like we literally was having a conversation. I don't know. I think probably today or yesterday how we used to be around each other every single day. For like with him, I was around him every day for 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to be around him for 3 years straight. So it's just so many memories. So it's just so crazy that when we're around each other, all we do is talk about like the memories. You know what I'm saying? We bring up so many. Like we can go probably a week long about like everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that speaks a lot about the culture that Stoops and
Yeah,
Miro
for sure.
and them
Yeah,
built.
for sure. You know, so I got a number of
You got to get your guys to click.
Exactly.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, for sure.
camaraderie.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta be
That stuff matters though. You know what I'm saying? Like being around your teammates and stuff like that. The guys you going to battle with, guys you working out with. You know what I'm saying? Seeing at their highs and lows and stuff like that.
I mean, you're probably spending what 3/4 of the year together.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah, for sure, without a doubt. And then say one time, I remember 2016 for sure. It was damn near the whole year. 'Cause I remember we didn't go home for May, and we already here for the summer, and then the season goes. So I remember we was around each other every day for a year straight. You know what I'm saying? So, now memories to answer that question. Man, I don't know. I think. This is gonna sound fun. I just remember my freshman year going against some of like big name guys. My freshman year, like seeing like Todd Gurley,
Right.
Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying, like Teddy Bridgewater, who else? Who like Mari Cooper and them at Bama. So I remember that. I can say that was like one thing when I first got here. I was like, oh shit, like we really like in the SEC for real. You know what I'm saying?
We're on the big stage.
Guys. Yeah, we on the big stage. I'm remember watching these guys. Now we going against them. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like I'm strapping up my equipment. How they strapping up too.
One of my biggest memories for you is when you went up. It literally looked like you were walking on air.
What, a Moss? Mississippi State?
Mississippi State game. Yeah, we talking about it earlier. Somebody else.
Boston.
Somebody else said. Yeah, that was crazy when I got on. You got Moss. 'Cause I wasn't even watching Monday Night Football. My phone just started blowing up. Everybody like,
did he send you the gloves?
Nah, he ain't send me the gloves. I wish he would have sent me.
He owed the gloves. Hey, Moss, what's happening?
Yeah, we need some back pay. My man
Back
needs
pay,
some gloves.
back pay.
That game was lit. That was a big win, bro.
Huge win.
That was a huge win for Stoops and all them.
Was that 2017?
16.
16.
Yeah, that was 26. It was here. It was
Was that when McGinnis hit
the game winner? Yup. It was like right before that play. I got the we called Dagger. Remember we called Dagger. Clear it out. I came right across the middle.
Down the scene, big rock coming behind.
Big Dave called that bit.
If I'm not mistaken, that game saved Stoops' job here.
That what bro said too.
Yeah.
Literally, dude, this morning said the same thing.
What win?
Mississippi State. When was our last year?
What number? What number win?
No, at that time, no. Can you remember we started the season off like 0-2? We lost to Southern Miss and Florida. Yeah. So we already started off the season bad.
We ended that season what
75? Yeah. We ended up turning around after that. We got right Mississippi State. You feel me?
I think that was
damn Missouri.
You beat Missouri. You remember we beat Missouri, beat South Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the start of the bowl streak?
Yeah,
that was the start of the bowl streak.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Started the bowl streak right there.
That was a fun year.
Yeah, we had to get right, bro. We started off bad.
I broke my hand that year.
Oh, that Southern Miss loss. There was people. Ooh.
That Southern Miss was crazy.
Yeah, they came back.
Yes, came back like I couldn't believe it.
Was that Shannon Dawson, offensive coordinator?
Yeah, Grant.
Okay.
That was Eddie Grant first year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cause I think Shannon Dawson came from Southern Miss. Or
he
something
did.
Like that. It was something like that. Yeah, he came from Southern Miss or something like that. But yeah, that was Eddie Grant's first year.
I know your memorable moment.
What was it?
Wildcat against South Carolina.
Wild Kemp.
Why not us?
Right?
Why not us? No, bro. Honestly, one of my favorite games was beating South Carolina the following year at South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a dagger. That was a dagger.
Yes.
Just because.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, just because like beating South Carolina here and when, the fans rushed the field, that was one of those. Go ahead.
That following year made Spurrier
retire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge. He hates Kentucky for no reason.
Retire like he was done.
Exactly. So when we did beat them, like everybody, especially the opposing team or whatever, people were saying, "Oh, that was a fluke game." We only win that game. We was down 14 twice.
We only lost to South Carolina our freshman year.
Exactly.
And you never lost to South Carolina.
You never lost to South Carolina.
You never lost to South Carolina.
Exactly. So, running the Wildcat, we down 14 twice.
Right.
It was like, the football gods was on their side. Like, nobody don't win a game like that,
Right.
So that next year, we playing South Carolina at South Carolina. Nobody gave us a chance to win that game. Yeah. We haven't won in a row SEC game.
Yes.
Crowd was sold out.
Yes.
Like
You had to hear
it
that
was
annoying
crazy.
chicken.
The only people that believed that we can win that game was the people in
On
in
that
the
sideline.
locker room, on the sideline.
On the sideline, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
All
game
the
was
players
so
was
lit. I
playing
remember
for
being
each
so
other.
happy, bro.
All the players was playing for each
Bro, I
other.
remember being so happy after the game.
We wasn't playing for.
We was playing for the sticker.
Yeah, you
For
know,
the sticker.
you know what I'm saying?
For the sticker.
Yeah, we were playing for each other. Nobody, exactly. So I love. So that's one of my favorite games, by the way. But I love.
That was a good game.
I love those games where, just like the Louisville game, when they had Lamar Jackson. Like I love the games where everybody in the country don't think you have a chance, and I feel like that brought us closer because the only people that think you can win is the people in the locker room. Like nobody believes you can win. So I like those games where we come in.
That's what makes a great team.
Bro, I love those games.
Yes.
That's what makes a great team. It's like, you know what? No one believes in us.
Exactly.
Let's go out here and prove the world wrong.
That's it.
So those games really stick out to me the most. Like, it was I had games where, scored 3 touchdowns during the game, rush over 100 yards, but the games that really stick out to me the most is the games where, nobody give us a chance, and then, we all play together and then come out victorious.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
those
respect
always
that.
be the best games to me, because,
Right.
man, we win those games, man. That bus ride home,
man.
or we get back to the house. I ain't gonna say too much on camera, but
Right.
just know it's a good time, man. It's a good time in Lexington.
It's a party.
Man. Saying it's a party. It's a party. Go ahead and sing
Bingo.
it, man. Sing it. You know a song. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I would play it, but I might get
You gotta do
copyrighted.
acapella, man. You gotta be a real Kentucky fan.
I ain't like that. Y'all don't want to hear me sing.
Well, yeah, man.
That's awesome. I respect that
Yeah, I
answer.
appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
Man, I think mine is easy. Mine is the one that I will say that took me down memory lane right there. That was good.
We all was sliding that. All made plays.
Like that game.
That's when the time came alive. That's when the time came alive, right?
Yeah, clocked in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, those be the funnest games, bro.
Yep.
Those be the funnest games. You know?
But I think my most memorable game would have been my freshman year in the Swamp versus Florida.
Okay. Especially with that being the school you wanted to play for.
First game there.
Yeah, first game, first kind of debut.
And the Swamp is
the juice,
a hell of an environment, man.
It came into play.
It came into play. That's when I went from Garrett to Juice. That game.
Yeah.
The rest is history. Although the game didn't turn out how we all wanted. It should have. Man, we got cheated.
Yeah.
We went with 3 overtimes?
No, I just 1 overtime, wasn't it? 2 overtimes?
I think, was it 2? 2 overtimes?
I believe it was 2.
Overtimes.
But
they cheated us though.
There was the play that sent it to overtime.
The play clock was supposed to be delay a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the play that sent it to overtime. They should have never got it off. The clock hit 0.
Yeah.
And then boom, with the reverse field.
Yeah. Oh, that was an electric play.
That was a game.
He literally probably ran, 85 yards on a 15-yard touchdown.
Yeah. But he had to make a play though.
Yeah,
that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
You're playing for. That's when you're playing for the team.
Playing for the sticker.
Yeah. That man was.
The sticker on the helmet.
Yeah.
The sticker on the helmet.
I know I don't have much room to speak, but for as little as Boom is, because he's not your typical SEC running back, as far as stature, that man would not go down.
Man, he's electrifying.
Yeah,
Electric.
He's electrifying.
Boom, nice.
Strong as a house.
My favorite play of yours in Kentucky history is the Lamar year. First play of the game.
Oh, against Louisville.
Steven Johnson rubbing his hands. I love this shit.
Yeah.
Boom. Right down the field, Juice Johnson.
They knew you had it.
Man, I was talking to he's off camera right now, but Jeff's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking at the game today, think you said games is just a practice.
Right.
So you're just kind of playing. You're just playing another team. You got to, if you're practicing how you should, if you're practicing how you should, then the game is just another practice. But you're going against an opponent,
Right.
Another uniform, and you putting on the fancy. You putting your swag, you putting your drip, you putting your juice on.
Right.
But if you play like that, then it translates to the game. And my point in saying all this is we were practicing that play all week.
All week.
For the perfect look.
Yep.
Right.
The perfect scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And once we came out there, the first play of the game.
What a coincidence.
Steven saw it.
Oh,
And from the motion, it was history.
Yeah. And it's probably one of the biggest plays in the UK Louisville rivalry.
Yeah.
It's you and another Johnson and Stevie Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Stevie Johnson.
When Stevie Johnson got loose down the sideline.
Yep.
You just got loose down the middle.
Yep.
And it was to open the game and not in the game. And we wound up winning that game. But, man.
That was a memory.
Good times.
Shout out
Yes,
Stevie.
sir.
Shout out Stevie.
Stevie.
Both Stevies.
So what are you thinking for this upcoming season?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
What are you hoping for?
Well, obviously for better results.
Yeah.
What's better result? Like what would you guys be happy with? Do you guys want Kentucky in the college football playoffs? Do y'all want them? You feel me? Just bowling? Like what are like?
I mean, I'd like to at least get back to a bowl.
Okay. You said at least.
So what? 6
Are
wins or
those the
7 wins?
expectations? Is the expectations from the fans? Is it a bowl? Is it a bowl game?
Right.
Are we happy with that?
Are we looking for
Or is
an
it-
SEC championship?
Or what type of bowl game too?
Right, and that
Like, is
matters.
it 6 games?
So, I'll be honest with you.
Tax Slayer again?
I would not be happy with 6 wins.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
That's bold.
I mean, it is
Yeah,
a bowl.
but that ain't nothing.
It is a bowl,
we're
but
above
it's
that though.
it's in
Exactly.
We're above the 6 wins.
in the new landscape of college football. A 6-win bowl game is like it's basically a practice for your
Yeah.
Right.
backups.
So how many games? How many
Everybody's
games
opting
in?
out of it.
Facts.
You
Ain't
know,
nobody playing any right.
I'd like to see 7, 8 wins, but there's a lot that's up in the air.
So 7, 8 wins, you have to beat 7, 8 by what? 6 to 8 SEC teams because we playing a lot more SEC teams next year.
I think it's the same schedule.
It's gonna be 9 SEC games though.
Is that next year?
Oh, that's
when
right.
When they go,
Yeah, it's gonna be 9 SEC games, and then they trying to have a Big Ten SEC game,
Right.
and then the non-conference games.
So the schedule, basically what I'm saying, the schedule is gonna get a lot tougher.
That is
As
true.
time goes on.
That is true. I forgot about them adding
So
that.
like we have to like. So
Do you all
my
think-
motto is like aim, shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to shoot for, being mediocre.
No, nobody likes being mediocre.
Right.
Right.
So I think we need to be shooting for, playoffs, championships.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's okay to manifest that and say it. Like
Right.
you can't be afraid to say what you want.
Well, the only reason I'm like tempering expectations, I know all y'all are Stoops boys, but there's some speculation. He may say I'm done,
It's all good, man. It's tough love, but
and I didn't want to get into this with y'all, but
it's okay.
No, it's real.
I
I'm
mean-
gonna talk. Yeah,
Do your
talk about it,
thing.
yeah.
but I mean, there's
We'll
some
talk about
serious
whatever.
speculation. He may walk away.
Okay.
Okay,
That-
I mean, he won't be the first.
And I mean, that was every year is a speculation.
Every year's been a
How many
speculation.
years he's been on the hot seat and he
Well, he ain't been on the hot seat until this year.
Well, I mean, he's done been on the hot seat a lot of times.
Yeah, and then
How
he
did
got his
before
way
this
How
up.
did he finish last year? How we finished last year? 'Kay, he
We
was
went
pretty
7
much
and 5
smoking.
last
Yeah,
year.
but then we
That's-
lost
that-
against Clemson
We
in
lost
the bowl
against
game,
Clemson
and
in the
it's the
bowl
way we
game.
lost.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to say he's been. Yeah, I'm about to say
Like every year.
Kentucky fan has been happy with those 7 and 5.
Exactly.
But in all
seasons.
fairness, I think part of him being on the hot seat last year was, last year,
Because the Texas A&M thing came up?
The Texas A&M thing.
Yeah.
There for about an hour, he was the Texas A&M head coach.
Yeah.
It was all but signed. Their fan base threw a shit fit.
Yeah, they didn't like that at all.
They did
when
not.
When they heard his name, everybody went to going crazy, and then next thing you know, you didn't hear his name no more.
Nope.
Yeah. I remember
Now
that
it's
like
Mike
yesterday.
Elko.
Right, I remember that. I remember like it was yesterday. I heard today at the game they was chanting, "We want." What's that coach's name? Summerall?
John Summerall.
Summerall, that's how you pronounce his name?
Summerall. Yeah.
I don't know.
Which,
they were chanting that. I don't know.
he
like,
is,
like I said, I'm biased, bro. I'm a big.
Summerall is the head coach at Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane.
Yeah.
He turned around Troy, and before that, he was on our staff as a linebackers coach.
When you say turnaround, yeah, but when you say turnaround, Troy.
Well, they went from like 6-7 wins to like
championships
8, 9, 10 wins.
When Neil Brown was there, it was
They'll do the
getting
same
9,
thing.
10 wins.
Okay.
Like, what is he doing that Neil Brown didn't do?
No. But that's why Neil Brown at West Virginia though.
Yeah.
So don't forget that.
Okay, yeah, you
That's
know
why
what?
Neil
You got
Brown's
me
at
on
West
that one.
Virginia.
Neil Brown turned it around. John Summerall came in, kept that tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with everybody wanting John Summerall, he's a former Kentucky player. We're all feeling the juice from Mark Pope being a Kentucky
I was
player.
about to say, they got rid of Calipari, so they won't be.
We didn't even get rid of him. We wanted to.
Yeah, but Calipari, I'm not finna bash him, but like I never.
You can bash him all you
I
want.
ain't really trying to bash, but I was just like he's like his title is like recruiter. He's like the greatest recruiter ever. But when it comes to coaching, that's not his
good.
thing. That's not his thing.
Not good.
It is. He can recruit like crazy.
He used
like,
to be good at coaching, but he's too stubborn in his ways.
But I'm saying, you look back at it. Was he good at coaching? Like, was it the players? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's a true statement.
Like, as time goes on, then you can start to sit back and like realize things. You know what I'm saying? When it's the heat of the moment, it's easy to say that. But now we sitting back and seeing as time goes on. You see me? Because he losing at Arkansas.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I mean,
Even though it's his
literally,
first year, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still like,
They played Illinois on Thanksgiving night.
Right.
I watched Illinois for 3/4 of that game, come down, run the pick and roll, destroyed Arkansas.
And,
It's
you know him, he wasn't good with
ways.
adjustments.
Change your ways.
You know, he wasn't good with adjustments either.
No, none.
Calipari he wasn't adjusting nothing. Like
I used to be so blind to it,
I've been here.
but I was like, oh no, he's a good coach, yeah. And that's because we were getting players.
Yeah, I was getting the top guys. But it's just like, dang, why
But
you top guys? Why we not winning? But it's like, why we not winning with these?
Exactly.
He's legitimately just rolling the ball out, go play.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is good to see. I'm not a big, Kentucky basketball, fan. I'm starting to become one now that, I'm working and, I'm a, civilian.
Right.
I'm a taxpayer. I'm a civilian now, but it is, refreshing to actually see like plays getting ran, because I feel like when Coach Calipari was here, we would just give it time.
100%, man.
Best player run around to the shot clock, get low, and then try to make a basket. It's good to see like actual plays being ran, people passing the ball and getting to their spots, hitting their shots.
That dribble drive he ran was more of just dribble at the top of the key, and then it's like, oh shit, what do we do?
And then when the time run low, then try to make a basket,
Right.
Exactly. But back to football.
Yeah.
I just want to say with the whole Summerall guy, I'm sure he's a great coach.
Right. Oh, I'm still riding with Stoops.
And I just say all that to say is, bro, this is the SEC. It's gonna be a tough job for anybody that come.
It's the toughest league in the country.
Kentucky. So I feel like the best bet is let's take advantage of NIL. I feel like athletics, UK athletics need to be more involved. Give Stoops what they need to give him, so we can take advantage of this NIL and this transfer portal.
Well, Barnhart.
I feel like we need to, enter the chat. I don't feel like we've been doing our best. I just feel like we've been making the best of the resources that we've been given.
Right.
So I feel like,
and we're about to get more resources.
Yeah, and I feel like we need to just let loose.
Yeah.
I think
you got to go all in.
Exactly. We need to be saying like, whoa, 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 instead of like giddy up, if you know what I'm
We
saying.
need to be like Cal and say go, go, go.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
But, I'm like you, we got to push our chips in at some point.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. Take more risks.
Yeah.
Like
Can't
just
win
said,
big if you don't take a risk.
Invest
Right.
more.
Yeah, but
invest
if we invest more, like I said earlier, just don't be trying to get the money from the fans, man.
You can't bank on the fans.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
We
a
working
fan.
We working hard for our money,
and our
but
fans.
I also want to see the product out there too. So
This ain't
I
a
feel like
slight
I'm
at our
stuck in the
fans,
middle.
but the first time something goes wrong, everybody's like all down the drain.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen overnight though.
No, it won't.
You gotta build it brick by
Right,
brick.
'cause this is all new for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a whole, and
But-
it's about to get even crazier.
Exactly.
But the
Because
good
you're going
thing
from
is,
what 85 to 105
Yeah.
with no walk-ons.
Exactly.
No walk-ons.
But the good thing is, I'm gonna give us a pat on our back. I feel like the foundation is built.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
no,
don't have
it
to worry
is.
about
Expectation where
You know what I mean?
expectations is
The set,
Standard,
you know what I mean? So
standard has
I
been
feel
set.
like that was the hard part. When we was when
Yeah.
we first got here, we was worried about filling the foundation, pouring the concrete, putting
Well,
the
that's why I
slabs.
said
You know what I'm saying?
You three are a
And that's why I
huge
said
part
on
of
the,
that
on the
foundation.
bright side, the foundation is built is just,
Sustained.
you know what I mean? Getting that drywall,
Keep it there.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Filling up pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And get it together.
And
So,
I
the
think that's a
foundation's
big
built.
reason why the fan base is pissed this year.
Yeah. And they have all the
but I-
right to
but
be.
I-
Because
but
there's a new
I-
standard.
We
yeah.
just finished 4
And then also too, I just feel like now is the perfect time for fans to kind of like sit back and understand that it is new times. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And then like Stoops and them are trying to like catch up to those new times. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be hip and knowing like what to do. And then also too, like the fans should be excited that Barnhart, the AD, came out and said like,
Hey, we're gonna do
we're
everything
gonna
we
do
can.
everything
That's what
we
I was
can,
about
you know
to
what I'm saying?
get
So it's
at.
kind of like I can understand fans being upset about today. You know what I'm saying? We was upset about it too. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we want to beat Louisville, but
Right.
nobody
Yeah.
like Louisville. But it's like, all right, let's go back to the drawing board. So you know what I'm saying? And then give it like one more try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, he's finna go out there, bring some guys in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get some people to cover our quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Who do y'all think the
Invest
quarterback
in the,
is next year?
Exactly.
I think we should roll with old boy.
Cutter?
Cutter, yeah. Let's roll with him. Give him a chance. Give him a chance to come in and know that he's the guy.
Exactly.
Rather
Yeah.
than cause this year he didn't think he was the guy. He was like Brock's finna be the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Coming up, clean up.
Right. You feel he coming in on cleanup duty. Like you feel me? He coming in to try to save our season. You asking a freshman to do this. You know what I'm saying? When he
That's a lot.
he wasn't even getting the reps. You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
in the back. So that's why I'm like, I just hope fans can be upset. Like for football player, we got like the 24-hour rule where you can soak about it for 24 hours after a
Yep.
loss. And then, all right, we got to move on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, after that, wash your hands. It's
you
over.
feel me? Yeah. So I'm hoping like the fans can do the same. Like, all right, bet. We got some good news from Barnhart. You know what I'm saying? We finna be start spending this cheese. So let's let him go and do his work. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a
I
lot.
like what you said. Like we seen what we did this year, what we kind of went wrong.
Right.
So if they gave them, 2 to 5 million. Okay, next year we need 10 to 20 million.
Right.
We-
You know what I mean?
Give us some more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And then if
bring
it don't
in the
work
money
out,
trucks.
right?
Let's go.
And then,
Bring
but
the
listen,
money
but then if
trucks.
it don't work out, then let's start making some
It
changes.
is what it is.
It
Then
is what it is.
then
Let's
it's
start
time
making
to.
some
So you saying not? So this year, next year, you give them 10, 20 million. If it don't work out next year, we don't go 30, 40 million, or we
Nah.
just keep
Nah,
it.
nobody in nobody in college football's got that bankroll.
At this point, you're robbing. Well, you finna get audited.
Yeah, you might
Right.
be out
You
there.
finna get audited.
Well, where the money going?
Well, what the
Where
money going?
the funds at, huh? We just gave you 10, 20, coach. We just
Well,
10, 20.
Where it go?
That's funny.
Hey, that boy get, hey, all right.
But
That
there
boy
was
negotiate, huh?
Oh man.
there was so much weird about this year. You had a new offensive coordinator
Right.
who really didn't have any say so on the players that were in his offense.
Right.
So, that's a whole new learning curve for them. And just so much going on in the other landscapes of college football, like with all the rule changes and this, that, and the other. I think Stoops is due a pass this year.
Yeah.
I agree. I know most of the fan base won't agree with that statement.
But it's okay though, you know what I'm saying? It's just the whole fact of being a fan, you know what I'm saying? That's where it is. Like you got you
look where we were at 12 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
And trust me, man.
And then they spoiled too. The fans are spoiled.
We are now, and that's because of you all.
Seasons, you know what I'm saying? Big bowl games, first round draft picks, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, like guys in the leagues, like fans are spoiled. The two came here like 2013, so what? 11 years. And this 11 years, the fans are spoiled.
Yeah. 2 10-win seasons that have never been done before.
It took Stoops 10 seasons to pass Bear Bryant on the most wins. Or is it? No, not Bear Bryant. I'm sorry. The other coach.
It was Bear Bryant.
It was Rich Brooks, wasn't it?
It was Bear Bryant until, unfortunately, we got in trouble for the
10-2 season.
The 10-2 season where they had to vacate those wins.
Yeah, Penn State.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they player was working. Well,
they were working for the hospital
and then
I did hear about that. Yeah, they were clocking in the wrong time.
That's why Stoops has a losing record here now.
They'll leave.
Unfortunately,
yeah. But I can't say this. Let me say this too.
They spoiled.
And
we are.
I'm speaking for Coach Stoops, man. That's my guy. Great coach, and I know he probably feels the same way, man. Listen, you guys have every right to be disappointed. You guys have every right to have your own opinion. Like, he can take it. It's okay. Like, this is what he get paid to do.
Yeah.
So, like, don't think he's, down and sad and punching the wall because there's chatter around town. Like, that's part of it. That's part of being the head coach at a top university.
Yeah, when you're making $9 million a year,
Kentucky. Exactly.
That ain't
man.
shit.
He's not.
That's no sweat off his back.
Exactly. You guys can have you have the right to be disappointed. You have the right to feel the way you feel. This is football, and it's football at the highest level of college. This is the SEC.
Yeah, it's the best conference in the country.
Exactly, and this is the most outspoken, loyal fan base in the country. So it's like it's okay. This is what he expect. Especially after having the season that we had this year.
Let me tell you, it ain't phasing Stoops one bit.
Yeah, he's not pointing a finger. He's taking it all on the chin, like he used to tell us, man.
Him and Vince are probably already down at Jeff Ruby's hanging out.
No, him and Vince is probably all on the road looking to recruit the next class.
Yeah, he working.
Well, that's also true.
Working, man.
Is it
working?
You just seen how we played this year?
Yeah.
I thought right now was part of the dead period, or does that not start till mid-December?
Man, they in the lab.
I just found out. Yeah,
they in the lab.
They got X means tomorrow.
Yeah, they in the lab.
They already.
Okay.
Yeah, they already figured.
You ain't know.
Yeah.
No, I literally thought we were.
Hey, how you people?
I thought after the season ended, there was a dead period until after all the bowl games.
No, I mean, no.
Contact, no.
Yeah, probably more physical contact, but like, it's still a dead period, but it's still work being done behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Cause like they trying to figure out, all right, who do we want back?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then once they do that, all right, now we got to figure out how can we help these kids that can go to other schools. You know what I'm saying? Who do we need to contact if we need to transfer down? You know what I'm saying? Blase. And then, like you said, the transfer portal, they looking at guys that they want to bring in. You know what I'm saying? This is
hard work.
This
man.
is work.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that's like every day. You know what I'm saying? Something that they got to do.
Yeah, we don't do this for fun.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, this is hard work, man. Hard work and dedication. How bad you want it?
All right.
How bad you want it?
I want this to be successful.
Exactly,
I couldn't imagine being SEC football coach.
Exactly,
I mean, I know a little bit about X's and O's, but
this is at the highest level. Level. It go AFC, NFC, SEC.
Yep.
You know that, right?
I've heard that statement several times.
Man. You gotta act like it now.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what else y'all want to talk about?
No.
We're only about 50 minutes in.
Okay, nah, man. We. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? You got any questions, man? You know what I'm saying? We came here to answer some questions, bro.
Man, your world, man. NIL, name, image, and likeness.
Go off on it.
Man, this NIL right here.
Right?
This NIL at its finest.
I wish I could get some current players on, but I'm sure y'all know Susan.
Okay.
Lax.
You talk to her?
Oh, Slacks?
Yeah, Slacks.
Slacks.
I'm working with her to try to get some current players on, so
Okay.
hopefully this helps with it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
She got to be able. Yeah, she probably gonna want to watch it and make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, that everything's good. So
Right.
that's why I'm like trying to let you know that, like, if you gonna have the guys on, you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, have questions for them and all that stuff. You feel me? Not some more like asking them like, hey, what do you want to talk about? You feel me? Like, sit here, learn.
Right.
You feel me? Do some homework. You feel me? And then probably ask for something. You be like, damn. They be like, how'd you know that? You feel me? You probably hit them with something. They're like, how'd you know that? And then it'd be like, you feel me, more authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
You gotta
feel me?
dive
You
deep.
feel me? Dive deep. Be
Casual
able to-
conversation.
you know what I'm saying? And then also too though, like, and then let them know like it probably a cap limit to it, like, oh, we probably only looking to do like 30, 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what I'm finna be asking them and stuff like that. This is what I wanna, you feel me, more like getting to know them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's their interest outside of football and stuff like that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? What drives them, what got them into the sport, you know what I'm saying? It's this stuff like that, like more filling them out, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? For sure.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that,
we watch podcasts all the time though. Like this, I was excited to do this. You know what I'm saying? My dog watch podcast. I walk. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. You feel me? So
speaking of that, what are you all into outside of football? Crypto? No.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on the crypto. I can talk some crypto. Cause I'm so into that. I don't know. Do you want to go first, bro? Then we can.
Yeah.
Get my dog talking. Get my dog G talking.
No, good. Yeah. Outside the ball, man. Now when I get time, I like to fish.
Oh, me too.
Do some bass fishing.
Big fisherman right here, buddy.
Me do some bass fishing.
What's your biggest bass you ever caught?
Probably not big enough. Probably the biggest one I caught recently is probably about 3.5.
Okay.
About 3.5.
Next time you're up here in warm weather, holler at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'll get you on some big fish.
I ain't coming.
You got a 10-pounder or something?
I ain't coming back to the
You got a
warm-up.
10-pounder?
Nah, I think my biggest is like 7 pushing 8,
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
That's a
but
big boy.
it felt like a 10-pounder.
Yeah. Anything over 5. Yeah.
Had to reel that thing in.
Yeah, I would. So yeah, fishing. That's kind of my deal there. And then like I said, when I get the time,
You do much saltwater fishing?
I don't like going way out there. I don't like going way out there. I like the lake. You know, I'm good with the lake. Just
Right.
You know, bass fishing. That's kind of my deal. Although I think I would like to do. I would like to do you know some saltwater.
Yeah.
Saltwater. You know, once like a charter. You know, charter type of deal.
I've never been on a charter, but I have caught a shark from land.
Yeah.
Wasn't very big. I didn't even really know I had it on, to be honest with you. It was a little baby shark.
Oh man.
I went with my wife and family down to Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I was just sitting out on the beach one night, drinking some beer. It's like, you know what? I'll throw a line out.
Yeah.
Happened to reel in. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a little baby shark on my line.
That's great.
Yeah, that's kind of my deal there. And other than that, man, I got 2 baby girls.
There you go.
Two girls. I had 2 daughters at the house now and a wife. So all the time that we didn't get, you know, while we played, you know, our time was so devoted to, you know, lifting weights, watching film,
Right.
doing all these things, so we could perform our best and get the state of Kentucky, you know, our best when going out there. But now, man, you know, maximizing the time, I'm a big fan of time.
Yep.
You know,
That's what it's all about, man. You only got so much of it. You got to live it up while you can.
that's it. We're on borrowed time, they say.
Are you living in Kentucky now?
No, I'm back home.
Back home in Florida? Okay.
Back home in Florida. So, like I said, I'm here for the game, here for this, with my boys, but I cannot come back until it hits at least 60 degrees.
At least
Right.
60, bro.
Y'all got to come back for a warmer game. Get one of them August, September games.
That's right.
Well,
That's
first
right.
game of the season.
So what about you, Jeff? What you do in your spare time?
Man,
I know you were recently in the XFL.
yeah, I was. Yeah, I was in that. But yeah, now it's just more so. I found joy in like impacting the youth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Being around like the kids and stuff because I just feel like I think that what truly gave me peace from cause I ain't retiring this year and it's crazy I
Okay.
haven't even
I think I saw something about
yeah, I
that,
haven't
but
even posted out like out in the open, but my guys know, you feel me? But like just being around like kids and you know what I'm saying and teaching them about the sport and all that. I know I wanted my boy to go into that because he got a brand, a real good brand built on face. You know what I'm saying? But
plug it. Plug the brand.
yeah, you feel me? But so yeah, so I think I found peace in just being around the kids and just impacting them because they just be so hyped to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just want to learn from you and cause like they're like, oh man, I seen your YouTube videos, or you know what I'm saying? I saw you on YouTube.
I mean,
Blah, blah,
obviously,
blah,
I
blah.
don't have the hype you have, but I work in the school system for
Right.
my normal job, so I'm with you, man.
Yeah, it's just something about like just seeing those kids.
Even the
faces and
small
stuff.
things,
Yeah,
just
you feel me? Just the small things, and just being able to like, I be so ready to give away stuff. You know what I'm saying? All my free gear that I got from the teams I played on, be able to just give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Let them know stuff like that. So I think that's literally where I'm at now. Like where I find joy in, cause I be to myself 95% of the time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I just like being to myself and stuff like that. But just being able to be around the kids and impact them. You know what I'm saying? I started we playing like basketball with them, or like football, 7-on-7s
Right.
and stuff like that, just to build character too. You know what I'm saying? Cause I be playing serious with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
want
the
to get no
same way.
Delta. You feel
Them
me? I don't
them
want no
kids at
Delta.
my school. So I work
That's
at a
the way
high
they gonna
school,
learn.
Okay, right. That's the only way they gonna learn.
and every now and then, like right before holiday breaks or whatever, they'll be in the gym playing like knockout or 3-on-3.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah.
There was one instance, man. They didn't know I used to hoop.
Oh okay.
And they were like, Mr. Clark, come play basketball with us.
Well, Mr. Clark.
You sure about that? Knockout line was gone in 45 seconds. And they were like,
right on that.
we didn't know you could shoot like that. It's like,
Right, you called me out.
I didn't have the height to play basketball, but that don't mean I'm not a shooter.
Okay.
Shoot or shoot,
You got the
huh?
juice.
You're right.
You got the juice.
All right.
Shoot or
So-
shoot.
But I love the kid aspect of it, man. It's
Yeah,
like
man,
it's a very important thing to have.
If you got to think about it, it starts with them though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
That's
all of us at this point was, you know what I'm saying, we was young, you feel
Yeah.
me? We had to see who impacted us, you know what I'm saying, or who we didn't want to be like, you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and not
We
to
had
mention when we get old and decrepit, that's who's going to take care of us.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? They got to be able to pay the way. And then also, too, you never know that, like, later down the line, you might be in one of their speeches, you know what I'm saying? You might get
Right.
you getting shouted out, you know what I'm saying? And they see you, they give you all type of respect. Just off
Yeah.
you probably had one conversation with them and it stuck with them. You know what I'm
So
saying? That's why it's so big. I'm big on that.
the school that I work at, it is technically a high school, but it is not one of the like major schools like Lafayette or Tates Creek or Dunbar. But the guy who owns the United We Stand brand, shout out Jeff. I know you're listening to this.
Shut up.
Or will be listening to it.
All right, yeah.
He filmed a documentary for Dunbar High School for their football team.
Nice.
And there's, I don't know, 4 to 5 kids that go to my school that play football for Dunbar. And it just came up in conversation one day about me working for United We Stand. And they were like, oh, I think that guy's shooting a documentary for us. And when the preview video came out for it, I showed it to them. Man, them kids went nuts. They were like, man, this is going to be lit. I can't wait to watch the whole thing. Like, I can't believe you actually are part of that company. It's like, yeah, I'm part of it. I didn't have anything to do with that documentary. That was before I started here. We just started this podcast in July. So we're fresh.
Yeah, you guys are moving.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man.
You
So,
guys moving.
That's what's up.
but it's just, like you said, tying back into the youth movement thing, you know, it's awesome to make an impact on kids.
Yeah.
What about you, JoJo? What do you do outside?
Well, besides, work, running around within these hospitals in central Kentucky, I'm in medical device sales, so I work with a lot of, surgeons in town, mainly the ortho legend, David Hamilton.
Yeah.
You know, besides that, man, I'm mainly playing, pickleball. Over at Kirk
Pickleball.
Leviton.
That has gotten so hot.
You can catch me at pickleball, man. I've been spending him a lot of free
So
time.
the address you said we catch you up? Where you be playing at?
Man, Kirk Leviton, man.
You out at the pickleball paddock?
You can catch me at Kirk Leviton or the pickleball paddock.
That's what I thought, man. Right there off New Circle.
Yeah,
That big ass new building they just made.
Yeah. I just finished a flag football league. We impact the youth as well over at Frederick Douglass. We help out over there with the flag football. But other than that, man, I'm working pickleball here and there. And that's about it, man. I'm a very simple guy, man.
I feel that. Me too, man.
I like to enjoy the finer things in life, man.
I'm either working, podcasting, or fishing, and
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there you go.
or hanging out with my family. But
Exactly. But other than that, man, I'm just just out here trying to make a difference, man. That's all I can.
Exactly. I think that's what everybody should strive for.
Yeah.
No matter how big the difference, just try to make a difference.
Exactly, man. I'm just change the game. Why not us?
Bingo. Why not
That's
us?
every day of life, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's all I do, man. I'm not too much, Not too high on the highs, not too lows on the lows.
Yeah. Don't let life get to you that way.
There. Even kill.
Middle of the road.
But other than that, man, that's about it. Simple guy.
Yeah. I think we're all simple at the end of the day. I mean, that's how you live a happy life, right?
Yes.
So, well, I think this has been a heck of a podcast, fellas.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
it.
appreciate
Thank
you for
You
having
guys ready to about wrap it up?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah.
You guys got anything else you want to say?
Nah, man, like I said, fans, y'all just keep the faith, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Y'all can be upset. Nah, be mad. That's fine. But
Right.
It's part of it.
when it's tomorrow time for y'all to get up, go to work, and handle y'all business, go and do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be dwelling on you, feel me?
Right.
Stoops and them, they gonna get the job done, man. They gonna get the job
I'm
done.
with you.
You feel they gonna get it? They just.
I ain't ready to move on
You
yet.
feel me? Them funds on the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Funds on the way.
Yep, they are on the way.
Funds on the way.
Yes.
I can confirm that. That's not scoop. That's
Yes.
that's
Right.
fact. They are on the way.
Okay,
At least an extra $2 million.
Nice.
Okay.
And,
So
About
also,
100,000.
not from my pocket, obviously, but
it's all good if it was. It's all good.
I wish I had that in my pocket.
But now I do want to close out with this too, Mr. Clark, Coach Clark. We appreciate you having us, man. It's a great setup. This is really fun and continue to be an inspiration and inspire the youth. Yeah, man, you're a great guy, and we really enjoyed you bringing us in your space. Being one of your first guests here.
Right.
Not one of the first, the first.
Okay.
You three are the first
Nice.
guests we've ever had on this
And
podcast.
it's an honor to, be doing this, my first podcast, with my brothers.
Right, facts.
And, why not, do it here with you and, spending time with you all. So, great job, man. You did a hell of a job.
That's awesome. I'm honored.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm honored.
Man, it's an honor, man.
Y'all come back on anytime you want.
Say less.
I know you said you're here in Lexington, right?
Yeah. I'm here, man.
Yeah, you come back on it, and you too. We can get you in on Zoom,
Okay.
Skype, whatever.
Okay.
Phone call.
Yeah.
That's lit.
It's been an honor.
Yeah, you got to chop it up, man. You got to make it look good, and we'll see the finished product. I know you got some good content. You know what I mean?
Great content,
The
yeah.
first one is gonna be on the house.
Yeah.
The first one on the house. First one on the house. We got to get it set up. We got to build that foundation for you.
sure.
Right,
Because
yeah.
you want to get the current players. The current players got NILs.
Oh, I know.
It's 5,000 to do a walkthrough.
Them
Do a
boys,
walkthrough is
them boys
5,000.
stay putting the foundation on. Them boys stay crawling.
Listen,
Boy, stay
it's
crawling.
$5,000 to do a walkthrough, Clark. Coach Clark.
No, I
It's
mean,
NIL
no.
season, man.
Trust me, we're definitely working towards that.
The sponsors, you got to have the sponsors, How your people call, you know what I mean? They people. Get it set up.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
And then, you know, in between parking, you're going to have to do the little ad, you know what I'm saying?
do the ad.
Whoever sponsoring.
Yeah.
Quick 10, 15 seconds doing the ad.
Yeah, to get it monetized.
Right,
Well,
right.
You're going to get a lot of watch hours with us just alone, you know?
I have an ad. It's just it'll be put in after the episode. So
Okay. There we go.
that way we didn't have to interrupt what our conversation was.
Yeah,
So,
so you and your guys finna just go through and like edit it and stuff like that?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna go through it.
Right.
I actually got an SD card in here.
Okay.
And on that camera.
Okay.
We'll go through, sync the audio and video.
Okay.
Make it look nice. Edit it. Put it up on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
And then we're gonna make a bunch of shorts out of it.
Yeah, it's a
that's
lot.
fire.
That's a lot to go into it. That's why I say first one on the house now.
Yeah.
Because I know these guys do a lot of marketing and stuff like that. Do ads, you know. You need them boys to do shout outs or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I got gift bags for y'all, so.
Oh, that's real.
Okay, hey, I like that. We not walking out here empty-handed.
It ain't much. It ain't much.
It's all good, man. Hey, we bleed blue, man.
We appreciate anything.
We're gonna do it on the house.
But you know, anytime y'all need something,
for sure,
hit us up for it.
All right, we appreciate that.
We'll market the hell out of it.
We bleed blue. We bleed
Absolutely,
blue,
we all do.
Hey, why not us?
Why not us?
Come on, let me hear it, man.
Why not us?
Change the game.
Change the game. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, Coach Park.
Let's go.
For sure.
I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I don't know about y'all. On that note, we'll end this.
Let's go.
Y'all have a good night.